Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Addies. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. We're in the Grumman G-44A. We will be taking off from a seaplane base. Good morning, Mick. Here in Belle Chasse, Louisiana, and we're going down to a town called Venice. Now, the interesting thing is, there's the actual town. Now, this runway that we're going to land on here, because we're going to come around and we're going to land going this way, going towards the north. It's a private water landing strip. There's a couple of them around here. I believe this area is part of the oil industry in Louisiana, so they have a lot of private airfields for their company. But we're going to try to get in here and get going. So anyway, let's get in here and get the plane started up. We'll be in the air momentarily. And then we're going to go on Train Sim World 2. After this, I totally forgot that I had promised I was going to be back on the trains this Sunday. I almost forgot that, so I was thinking about it after I ended the stream yesterday. I was like, oh, I said I was going to be on the trains since we skipped it last week. So we will get that done after we go flying. So let's get the plane started up. We don't want our co-pilot talking to them just yet. So we get everything done.
Right fuel pump on. Prime engine 2. As required. Magneto 2 switch. Both. Crank right starter. Right engine started. Right fuel pump. Off. Engine oil pressure. Check.
Oh, you're welcome, Joseph. No worries. Glad to be there.
Left fuel pump. On. Prime engine 1. As required. Magneto 1 switch. Both. Crank left starter. Left engine started. Left fuel pump. Off. Engine oil pressure. Check. Taxi lights. On. Fuel pumps. On. Carburetor heat. Off. Avionics switch. On.
Bissell Plus vacuums are very rare. Oh, okay, old crank man. Well, congratulations on getting it fixed.
Landing light. On.
Sounds like it would have been quite the exercise to get that done. Alright, I think we are all set. Oh, I gotta dial in our first point here for our VOR flight. It's 11410. Oops. Why does that? Alright, I think we are all set. So everything on. Let's tune it down here as well, just to be on the safe side. Oops. I'll have a look at the chat here as soon as I'm done setting aircraft up for our flight. See movement on the okay, I think we are all set. Otherwise, let's get our, make sure our lights are on. All right, I don't think we need anything else. Both of our engines are running. Perfect.
65 Lima Alpha Traffic Guard 203 is taxiing to runway 2.
Oh boy, this thing is really a handful to steer. Wait, hold on a second. I gotta look and see which. Let me pick up another. Oh, we have a rotary commercial. Oh. Just a second. Looks like check something here. I think it's gonna let me. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see if I can refresh it. Nope. Southern Seaplane. Get a feel for the layout. Thought I had an idea of it, but going from runway 2. So 2 would be. We're heading at 338, so we got to go to the left, I believe. Oops. This thing is very touchy. The brakes. One is me. Nose wheel, tail wheel, locked. Okay. be a... I don't know. I guess you... Well, I don't know. That's a good question, Crankman. I couldn't tell you. Wow, a little clipping there this morning. What's going on with that? This thing really does not want to turn. Very sluggish today. I don't know what's going on. Man, it is. Oh, I know why. I'm pushing. It's like I'm pushing in on the stick to try to help with the steering. Wow, this is quite the adventure today. That's as good as it's going to get. Alright, let's see. Let's get our runway alignment checklist done. Hello, Australia Qantas Airlines. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? Alright, let's go do this. Let's make sure our AT co-pilot is going to talk. Put that there. All right, let's go. Supposed to take off the other way, but that's all right. We'll swing around here. Just have to get on my tablet just to chat with you. Oh. Your computer isn't working right. Oh, sorry to hear that, Crankman. Do what you gotta do. It's all good. Alright, let's have a look here. Churn. Ooh, oops-a-daisy. Completely knows that over. Yeesh. Wow, this thing is like wanting to get all over the place today. Just gonna fly, go this way. Hit the change. Change. Being at the shop, I wasted my time back in just to get it. Oh. Alright, we are on our way. Get the plane to settle down just enough. Looks like we need to go this way now. It's like it wants to climb and then I can't get it to. We'll be going 185. This to 185 also. So, oh wow, this thing is still, we're still climbing. You get a flight following, I think.
New Orleans approach guard 203 is type 2 miles southeast of New Orleans NAS. 3,100 feet. Request flight following.
Guard 203 New Orleans approach. Squawk 4512.
Alright, Joseph. Come on. Dude, you need to be.
Squawk 45.
Why isn't playing?
Guard 203.
Guard 203 radar contact 3 miles south of New Orleans NAS 3,900 feet. Altimeter 30.30.
Roger guard
Looks like my
203.
Looks like my co-pilot is not helping me out much today. 3030. Alright. That dialed in. There we go. There's that. Alright, I think we're pretty much on our way here. Good to hear, Australia Qantas, that you're doing well. So I'm like trying to get this plane to get settled and then I can look at the chat. That's the hard part when flying a plane. Now, this does have an autopilot system. I don't know how well it works because it's a bit non-traditional as far as I'm concerned. And there's no way, like, I could put on the altitude hold and try to keep it round about here, but there's no guarantees that it will hold. So Yeah. Well, especially on a plane that doesn't have, like, I can't set the altitude and it just goes to the altitude. And once it's there, it holds, you know, just kind of maintains that altitude. So, because you can't dial it in, it's kind of hard to get it all set up. But that's fine. We're okay. I'll have a look here in just a second. I just want to get all the lights off that we don't need. It's so easy to get crossed over. It's like I'm zigzagging back and forth with the... So you take your eyes off things and it's like it goes right to doing its own thing. Let's see here. I want to dial in the next one, 11350. Down here. All right, perfect. There's that. So yeah, we'll take a trip on the go on the Munich to Augsburg route this morning after we get done flying. We'll take a trip on the we'll do a regional express service. It'll be about, I think, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. So we'll get that done, and then yeah, we'll wrap that up. Now I wonder if this thing is really not wanting to cooperate today.
Guard 20 contact New Orleans approach on 120.85. Good day.
There's one. Flight. Why is my co-pilot not handling my radio traffic? I don't get it.
120.85 for guard 203. New Orleans approach guard 203, 5,500 feet.
Guard 203 New Orleans approach altimeter 30.29 continue as planned.
That's not a major change. So I'm going to keep it right where it is. Man, that is annoying that my co-pilot is not handling the radio traffic as they should be. Alright, let's see if I can't get this to flight plan. Supposed to be going to LEV. 5 likes. Thank you all for that. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying the flight today. Something a little bit different. Although the hard part about flying VOR to VOR is if you don't hit your markers, it doesn't update your GPS system here, or your little system here. It will kind of throw you off, and it won't tell you, okay, from here to here. So we should have gone from we should have taken off. We should have hit one point, and then everything should have updated. We didn't miss. We missed our time to climb. So thank you, Bex. Appreciate that. Oh, did I miss seeing you say hello, or you're probably lurking? Oh, there you are. Good morning. How are you? Beck's already handling the pole dancers. Thank you. So yeah, that's the tricky part. If you take off the wrong way, and it said we were going a certain way, but then it was like we were supposed to go the other way. I don't know. It's very tricky sometimes. When the way it goes. So, but we're on our way. We're fine. We've not long been in. Oh, no worries. So I was looking and I saw it pop up, and I was like, okay, is Mick gonna take care of it, or somebody lurking that I don't know about? And there you go. So thank you. So yeah, once we get on the ground, or in the water, now that's what we're going to do. We're going to land in the water here today. So I've locked the landing gear, so when we land on the water, we can't put the landing gear down by accident. So we're going to land on water purposely, not by accident like we have in the past, and then we'll call it a day there. So I'm a little bit curious as to why my co-pilot is not helping out with the radios today. It's a bit odd. Yeah, Joseph, you really need to start thinking about your health there, young man. Well, hopefully you don't get wet. Hopefully the plane is sealed up very well. So, yeah, you need to make some changes there. But that's on you. You need to take better care of yourself. Trust me, I know it's easy to do things because it's fun or whatever, but yeah, those decisions can catch up to you in a very bad way before you know it. Trust me, I know. Alright, 13 nautical miles to our marker. We're pretty much on track here, for the most part. Yeah, you gotta make some choices, and it's easy to do things because it feels good or whatever, but it's not. Those choices are going to catch up to you. Trust me, I partied a lot when I was in Germany, and it's finally caught up to me many years later. And to the point that when I saw my old doctor, She came in and said, "What is going on with your liver?" And I was like, "What I know, I can't see inside my body to know what's happening with my liver." Yeah, all that partying I did finally caught up to me. So now I have to really watch my diet. I can't drink anymore. So, you know, things in moderation are okay, but when you're doing it constantly, just, you know, and you're overdoing it, it's going to catch up to you. And that's not gonna help you out in the long run. Just think about that. It looks like we've been kind of holding right here about 6,500 feet. Here we should go to our next point. Oops. So yeah, once we get to LEV, then we should turn to 108. Then we'll head towards our destination, and then we'll have a look at the area, and then put it on the ground. Drink coffee. This isn't scalding hot. Markers out here, somewhere out in front of us here, and we'll turn left, I do believe. We'll head over that way, 40 nautical miles, and then we'll find our runway or our airport, or, well, not an airport, our water landing strip, and then we'll go from there. No, Joseph, it'll be fine. I can assure you, we'll be fine. All right, so there's the marker there. So we'll go past that, or we'll kind of just basically turn over that marker, and then as we make our turn towards our next leg. Now, I was looking last night for our first scenic flight of March. I'm trying to find a snowy, you know, like a iced over runway we can take off and land at, so we can do like a nice scenic flight around like a very snowy area, and then we can land, we can take off and land on like an iced over runway. The only one that I know of that they say is like legit iced over now, it's somewhere in the by Maine, I think, or something. But anyway, it's right, so we're on our way to our next leg here. Switch that over. Switch that over. We want to go to 08.
Guard 203, contact Houston Center on 132.65. Good day.
Well, it looks like we got some oil rigs out here or something. Looks what it looks like. Oh, great.
132.65 guard 203. Houston Center guard 203, 5,500 feet. Guard 203, Houston Center altimeter 30.28, continue as planned. Guard 203, contact Houston Center on 134.9. Good day.
Man, if I really wish my co-pilot was handling the radios like they should be.
Going to 134.9
This
guard
makes it
203.
all the more harder to. Oops. See. This is going to be one of those mornings that's going to really set me off.
5,400 feet.
Numpty ass frickin' co-pilot not doing her job.
Altimeter 30.28, continue as planned.
All right. So yeah, I really wanted. I was trying to find, but I'm gonna keep looking. I was looking last night after Mick and Pulse and Chris and Glenn got done with their F1 racing. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I want to find that location. I want to find one that will work. So it said 40 nautical miles. Why is it saying? Oh, total. Okay. 34. Okay. I was like looking at that middle one. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. So yeah, I'm really trying to find something that'd be really interesting to do. So I'll keep looking at that for our Sunday or week from today. Now, oh, real quick, the 1st of March, no streaming. I've got an appointment in the morning, and then I got to take care of some other things after that, so I won't be home right away, so we will just cancel the 1st. No flights. We'll pick it back up on the 2nd. We will be going from Rock Springs to Rawlins in the 350i, and then we'll go from Rawlins to Laramie on the 3rd, the 350i also. So oh wait, we have one more. Wait, it's not the end of the month. So we got one more on the 27th, our viewer flight. On the 27th will be, that's right, we're going to Miami. We're going up the coast of Miami to Palm Beach. But we're going to try, I've got a plane that I can set an altitude. We're going to take off. We're going to follow the coast up along, you know, the Miami coastline to Palm Beach. So that should be a nice relaxing flight for our next Sunday flight. I'm like a week ahead of myself, it seems like. So tomorrow we will be in the Beechcraft Bearing going from Topeka to Omaha. Tuesday 350i Telluride to Oklahoma. Wednesday Amarillo to San Antonio in the 350i. Thursday is we're doing the Cessna 172 Yellowknife to Hay River. Friday we'll be in the Cessna Longitude going from Tucson to Jacksonville. Spitfire Saturday, we're going from Jackson Medgar Willie Evers International Airport in Mississippi to Nashville, Tennessee. And then Sunday is the Miami flight. There we go. Yeah, I'm a bit ahead of myself. I'm feeling like today's the last Sunday of the month. I don't know why. Nice to see it all on paper. Well, I have, Joe, the thing is, like when I first started doing these streams, I would just like, okay, I'm going to go from here to here, but I would forget, you know, like I would tell you guys like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to fly from here to here, but then I would stop the stream and I'd be like, I'd totally not write it down, and I'd get up and I'd be like, okay, where did I say I was going to today? And so I was like, well, I guess I forgot. I guess we'll just come up with something different. So I've tried to make a plan. You know, I have to write down my departure airport, you know, where are we starting from, all that stuff, so that because I can't really save it, you know, it won't always save correctly here, you know, so I just write it all down so that way when I'm ready to get going, I just plug in all that information and then it's all ready to go. So but yeah, for whatever reason, I felt like today was the last Sunday of the month. Like it was already the 27th. We got one more Sunday to go. So, but the 1st of March, there won't be any flight. We'll pick it up on the 2nd, and then go from there. So at least the 1st I know for sure is canceled. There might be one more that gets canceled. Now I'm going to try not to cancel the flight for the Friday, the first Friday of March for the viewer requested flight. So again, if you have an idea, start getting the information together. I don't need it today, or I'll tell you, you know, when we fly this coming Friday, that's when I'll need the information. When I say, okay, give me your requested flights, so that way I can look at it while we're flying to Jacksonville, and then we can go from there. So we'll go at least for the 4th and then also the 11th, just to get us started. So, but I'll try not to cancel or if anything, it may just be a little bit later if I can do that instead. So it looks like we got some clouds coming up. Alright, so we are 21 nautical miles. Let's see if our airport is on the list here. It is. We want to go runway 35.
Flight Lima Alpha 6 traffic guard 203, 21 miles west 5,100 feet, inbound to land runway 35 water.
Alright, so there's our pattern entry. Now, real quick before because we still got a little bit to go to get there, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back. Also, the flight on the 2nd will fly at 6 in the morning instead of 6:30. We'll get that knocked out because it should be a very quick flight on the 2nd. Let me look. got Rock Springs to Rollins. That should be a very quick flight. So we'll get that done at 6. And that'll give me time to still get out the door on time for an appointment. I have like back-to-back appointments on Tuesday and Wednesday. So, but the one on Tuesday, the 1st, I got some other stuff to handle after the appointment, so I won't be flying that day. All right, so let's start slowing down here. We need to start dropping some altitude, because we need to get ready to land. All right, we're all set. Appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today. So one of the other things, so one of the reasons why I'm kind of going back to the prop planes, we can have an IFR flight. It's just that the procedures, we have to make sure that the procedures when we're ready to land are activated so that we get that ILS signal or whatever, the RNAV, so that helps us with you know, when we're flying in. So just, all right. It's easy since I don't. This is just it's a private area, so I'm going to ignore that pattern entry because I want to come in over the water and come back in towards the land there. So we're just gonna kind of have a look here at it. It's not, I don't know how it's defined, like the runway is defined on the water. Sometimes there's like buoy, you know, like markers on the water, like buoy markers, I guess. So we're gonna have a look to see how it's defined when we fly over it here in a minute. And then once we, and if we're short, we're okay because we'll still land on the water. So it won't be like we crash. You know, we've got plenty of water to work with. So if we put it down a little bit earlier, that's okay because it still gives us time to slow down. And before we get to the, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right, once we land and we get slowed down enough, I'm going to go right for the landmass right there in front of us, that thin strip of land just to the, you know, the second one, not this one. Not this one, but this one right here that my marker's on right there. So we're going to go for that one. Well, not that it's, you know, in front of the landing strip. So now, because this is a private airport, there's no charts really for it. Like, they don't show you, you know, the approach stuff or anything that would help you navigate. Only, you know, the people that fly here know the area already. So So if we do the pattern entry, of course, it would take us out over the water, but we're going to make our own pattern here for this. So we just want to get an eye on that area there. Have some more of my coffee while we're Oh, sorry about that. So, yeah, we'll do that. So I'll take probably about a 30-minute break. Then we'll get on the trains and get that done, and then we'll wrap things up for the day. I really like this plane. It's pretty fun to fly. It feels like, you know, once you get it to settle down, it's really amazing. But it takes a while to get it to settle, to be able to... Wow, we lost a lot of altitude there. Oof. Now, one of the things I did look at, now this particular Grumman G-44, or J4F1, I think that's what it says, or J4F1, which was the military designation. This is an actual livery. This plane was assigned, I think, somewhere in the Northeast on active duty when it flew, if I remember correctly. I looked it up. I can't remember all the particulars, but the V203 was the production number. It was number 203, and then it was assigned, you know, based on their production numbers, that's how they were assigned across the Coast Guard fleet for search and rescue. So yeah, little bit of knowledge there. I should have had it all written down, or at least pulled up so I could read it verbatim, but because I was trying to find out like the call sign or whatever, and there's no call sign for it, unfortunately, so I just put Guard 203, so figured why not. Alright, so here we are. We are well set up, I think, for our landing. We are little low. I don't want to nose up too much because I don't want to start stalling, which we could be in the danger of doing. So we got to keep an eye on that. Alright, so it's saying right there, but the runway is out here. Now what I made us do, just for prosperity's sake, I want to get the landing guide stuff on so I kind of know where is it expecting us to land. So way out there. So even though it's the marker on land is right there, the actual runway is out here. So a little bit of flap on. Just gonna keep our plane slowed down a bit. So see, it's not defined at all, really. If you look at it, there's no buoys or buoys, I should say. There's no buoys or anything to mark the beginning of our runway right there. So we're just going to we're going to make it up ourselves. Once we line up, I'll turn those, not that I'm going to use those markers completely, that pattern. I'm just going to, once we get lined up, I'll turn that back off because it's a bit distracting. Because there's nothing to suggest really this. to the left here, and we'll turn back in towards the right in a moment. Come back around. Get a little bit past this so that we have a bit more room to work with to get lined up. Sort of 20-degree flap. I think that's more than sufficient. If we need more, I can hit it just before we land to help out. And when you cut the engines and drop the flaps, it should kind of. This thing really wants to start dropping altitude quick. Hello, Chris. Welcome. How are you? You're here just towards the end. That's okay. No worries. I'm doing okay, thank you. We had it was funny. Yesterday we had a bit of a quick dusting. It was very windy, but it it did its thing, and then it disappeared. But it was really weird that it covered stuff, within a matter of minutes. Like the snow covered everything, but it wasn't that significant. Like it wasn't a lot. So, all right, there. We'll just go right for here, and then we'll turn off the. There we go. Perfect. It kind of just gave us our own thing anyway. Perfect. That should be 25. We'll go 30, and that should be more than sufficient. Just turn this off real quick. We're going to stall here in a minute. Where we're going. Oops. Boy, it turned off, of course, really quick. Just gonna go for the water here. We just need to get on the water so we can start slowing down. Coming in at a pretty steep angle. Well, there we are. That wasn't too bad. See? Not bad at all. We made it. We didn't crash on the water. It's interesting that we're kind of tilted to the left. Yeah. Joseph was convinced we were gonna have an accident here. Get a little bit closer to the land here in the morning. It seems like that land is... Either I landed early or I was way off, but... Now we can see it clearly.
65 Lima Alpha Traffic Guard 203 is clear of the runway.
Oh, thank you, Bex. Appreciate that. Addies must not have been impressed. He didn't say anything. Yeah, we'll just beach it. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and shut this down. Run it aground. And we want the batteries off. That sound? Why is it making that noise? There we go. There's the battery. Oh, 47 minutes. That's not too bad. that guy going live again soon, the one that does the planes. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Chris. The one that does the planes. Are you talking about Captain Arish? Or are you talking about... I'm not sure who you might be talking about. Oh, are you talking about the one that did the stuff from the other day on the van? That was watching the stuff happening at over there in London the other day with the winds and all that? I'm guessing that's what you mean. The one that was on top of the vans watching everybody having to go around because of the weather and all that yesterday. Anyway, that's going to be it for right now, folks. I will see you all at, let's say, 8 o'clock. Should be a quick turnaround. Should be no problem. Train Sim World 2, Big Jet TV. Okay. Train Sim World 2, Munich to Augsburg. We'll do a regional express service. Shouldn't take very long to do. Because I did say we would do the trains again. So, anyway, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you all in 20 minutes. All right. Take care.